talked about equipment care. We talked about their operations role in work management. You mentioned root cause.
Yeah, so we want operators, or I would say operations, to kind of be part of root cause problem elimination, but also drive that when it comes, because sometimes that's driven by process issues and other things. And I think an important part there is, you see this in the KPIs, what caused the problems, and that's can cause the finger pointing that we see all the time. Was it a motor that failed, and suddenly it's the electrician's fault, instead of saying what actually happened here, and maybe it was something that was overloaded, and that's why the motor actually shut down. So I think it's important to talk about what happened and not who is the problem, so to speak. But we see that a lot in many places.
We do, and I think that's a way to build that partnership. Because if you start by asking whose fault it is, you basically start tearing it apart instead of saying, "Hey, what happened?" And then, in the end, if there's somebody that we need to talk about who it was, well, that's the end of the root cause, and that's how I see it. Yeah, the root cause is something I see that's typically viewed upon as a reliability engineering. And I agree they can lead it, but sometimes we forget that we can root cause on safety, we can root cause on process problems, right? And it could be equipment problems, and it could be any type of problem. I mean, in theory, you can do it in HR problems as well. All right, that's a little bit about the operations role. Just a note, sometimes we'll hear that maintenance can't improve reliability because we don't have the support for operations, and that is true. We need the support to really be successful. That's clear. But there are things maintenance can do on their own without having operations help. I'm thinking like building the bill of materials. That's something that operations does not need to be involved in. That's something we can actually do to improve. Are there other things you're thinking of?
Yeah, I think developing the preventive maintenance strategy and the documentation and the specific inspections and condition monitoring, that should be done by maintenance.
Yeah.
And there's planning work, for example.
Yes, you can't be successful unless the planner works in a good system, but the actual planning is done by maintenance, the plan how to do the work. And I'm thinking also improving skills by maintenance people, training for maintenance people. That's something that we in maintenance need to take care of. So
yeah, that kind of points back to where we see maintenance reporting into operations in smaller units, and then things get very reactive because operations has more focused on the day-to-day operation than really real long-term maintenance care, so to speak.
Yes, and we really don't believe that maintenance should report to operations, but I think that's another video, right?
Yeah, that's probably another topic.
Yeah, okay,
we can
great.
talk about for a few hours.
Well, thanks for looking at this video, and if you like these kind of stuff, please subscribe to this, and also hit the little bell button down below so you get notification when we have new videos. Thanks for listening.